Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Alan Wake episode. Let's get into it.
The lights were out.
Alice, I'm coming! It's all right, I'm coming!
Whoa, what the hell?
What the hell?
Do I have the gun even? No. Okay. Dang.
Alice? Alice?
You mean you chased me, so... Me?
Oh no!
Keep going. Wake up.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Alright. So... let's see. Okay, it looks like I'm going down here.
The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Alright.
Damn.
Go ahead and take that kill.
Hello?
Hello? Is someone there?
Wait, Dante, what do you mean third party?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it.
Just smack him
In
up.
the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
You had Dante trapped there for a while.
Ah, great. Missing page, missing page, missing page. Alright, cool.
Departure by Alan Wake.
That's cool. That's great.
The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make
Yo,
out
be
the dark
quiet. You're so
forces of the
loud.
house, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Sorry about that, guys. Good lord.
So he just misses what he wants.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident!
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
You were stuck there, Dante. You couldn't do anything about it. You just stuck me in the trap.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help.
Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. It's the latest thing!
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stuckey would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Oh, of course. Alright, let's get it.
During your trying, it's the latest thing. Incontestably proven health benefits let you kill with one stone.
No, I'm good.
You can see the sights and keep those cholesterol levels down.
Yes.
Same torque.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station. How may I...
Hello? Hello?
This is bad. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick. The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
It's rabbit season.
No, it's duck season.
What the hell was that? When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water. Stuckey was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Talking is
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Dive from a high height. Wait, did you join?
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
That's so stupid. How traps don't move. Yes, dude. Oh, God. Yeah, I thought it could go through stairs, but it didn't. Darn it. I just saw you edit down onto my trap and then just... He did to storm.
I'm confused, sir. Okay, I'm guessing I'm supposed to get on it.
I can't change it.
Alright, you guys have figured it out. Took a while. Oh.
What the frick? I didn't know what drops you down. What if we get names?
Wait, shotgun ammo.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
This one is weird.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is...
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen. talking like a madman.
Salad, though. A man like me needs a hefty meal to get through the day. We enjoy the magnificent.
No, the purple and the purple and the gold. The purple and the gold one.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind.
Oh, that scared me.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reached the lights at the gas station alive. I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice. After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself. The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Bright Ball Sheriff Station.
Camden, shut up.
Thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake. Not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
A candy-colored clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room every night, and just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper, go to sleep, everything is all right. I close my eyes, then I drift away.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Alrighty guys, I'm going to save this for the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, have a good day. Bye.
Don't be scared.